While U.S. President Joe Biden's Middle East team was focused on normalizing Saudi-Israeli relations, China delivered the most significant regional development since the Abraham Accords, a deal to end 7 years of Saudi-Iranian estrangement. The normalization agreement signed last week by Riyadh and Tehran is noteworthy not only because of its potential positive repercussions in the region, from Lebanon and Syria to Iraq and Yemen, but also because of China's leading role, and the United States' absence, in the diplomacy that led to it. Washington has long feared growing Chinese influence in the Middle East, imagining that a U.S. military withdrawal would create geopolitical vacuums that China would fill. But the relevant void was not a military one, created by U.S. troop withdrawals. It was the diplomatic vacuum left by a foreign policy that led with the military and made diplomacy all too often an afterthought.
The deal represents a win for Beijing. By mediating de-escalation between two archenemies and major regional oil producers, it has both helped secure the energy supply it needs and burnished its credentials as a trusted broker in a region burdened by conflicts, something Washington could not do. Chinese success was possible largely because of U.S. strategic missteps. A self-defeating policy that paired pressure on Iran with supplication to Saudi Arabia helped China emerge as one of few major powers with clout over and trust with both of these states. Yet Washington does deserve some credit for the agreement, if not the kind of credit it would want to claim. In inadvertent ways, its conflicted approach to the region spurred Saudi Arabia's shift from confrontation toward diplomacy with Iran and thereby opened the way to Chinese mediation. As long as U.S. partners such as Saudi Arabia believed they had carte blanche from Washington, they had little interest in regional diplomacy. Once Riyadh believed that the carte blanche had been withdrawn, diplomacy became their best option.
In the CSS Daily Review, I am your host. I am here for a quick recap. We will be discussing some questions and answers. Question 1. What are we talking about in this video? On March 10, Saudi Arabia, Iran, and China issued a joint statement announcing an agreement to resume diplomatic relations between Riyadh and Tehran. After 7 years of military and diplomatic hostility, Question 2. We also heard about a previous peace agreement brokered by the US between Israel and Arab countries. Why was that accord given the name Ibrahim? According to the Islamic faith, Ibrahim was a prophet and messenger of God, and an ancestor to the Ishmaelite, Arabs and Israelites. The Abraham Accords are a series of peace agreements between Israel and several Arab countries, the UAE being the first. The United States helped broker the joint statement after months of negotiation, and the leaders of both Middle Eastern nations formally signed the agreement on August 13, 2020. Question 3. Who believed they had carte blanche from Washington? Saudi Arabia received carte blanche from Washington. Carte blanche means complete freedom or authority to act. Question 4. What did China do by mediating the escalation between two archenemies and major regional oil producers? It has both helped secure the energy supply it needs and burnished its credentials as a trusted broker in a region burdened by conflicts.